Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for hanging out this afternoon as we get ready for a 6 o'clock ball game. Um, 5:56 now. The Iowa girls game is just about over, and Caitlin Clark, this girl for Iowa, shoots lights out. She's about to become the first scorer in college women's basketball history to lead the country in averages and assists. She's got 37 points and 9 assists in this game today. She's absolutely flipping amazing. She shoots like a champ. They're finally going to let her come out with 2:20 to go. The number 21 Iowa Hawkeyes or Hawkettes, whatever they may be, 100, Michigan 75, and Michigan is ranked 6th in the country. Tell me that ain't stout for a player. Talk about dominance. I haven't seen somebody dominate a game like she does in a long time. Women's basketball might be one of those things. I got you, Lindsay. Man, it's nice to be back on here the other day. My time the other day, I I was late getting home, and I was gonna have to be done just right on time, and I wasn't gonna make it, so I couldn't do the other one. But congratulations to Zompocalypse Brian. He won the gift card from the last basketball game, knocked it out of the park. That's the third one he's won off me. I'm beginning to wonder if he hasn't got me pegged and got me figured out here. Looking forward to today's game. I'm going to say hello really fast because I saw some names really fast. Alex was in here first. Mr. Tim shortly thereafter. And then Dennis from SWFL Treasure Detecting. Nice to see you three. Followed by Miss Lindsay, Mr. Sam. And that would be all that has chatted so far. Nice to see you guys. Man, I'm telling you what, a little wound up today. My schedule's all out of whack. I'm working nights, so it kind of threw me for a loop today. And I didn't get much sleep last night or today, so hopefully I'll get a little bit of rest before I go. Did not see us last night. Yeah, Sam, we were on from 9 to about 10:45. We did a Q&A last night. Everybody got a chance to say hi to Alex. She hasn't been in here in a hot minute. I think she's been melting down from the football season and getting ready to fire up her off-season preparations for content for the NFL. Will we be here Thursday? Lindsay, depends on what time. Thursday night, I got another stream at 9 o'clock. Does Indiana play again Thursday? And other than that, I don't know if what we're doing as far as a channel. I got some other stuff planned out. She's got stuff planned out. Let me look here really fast, and we'll see where we stand. Let's see, where are we at here? 3-2. 3-2. That would be Wednesday night. Lindsay, it looks like I'll be in here Wednesday night at 7 o'clock is the next time I'll be back. And I haven't discussed with Alex when our next one is. So it's at least next Saturday, I think. I'm not positive. But I will be in here Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And then I'll be on my other channel Thursday night at 9 p.m. Okay, well, let's preview a little bit of today's game while we have a minute. We're about there. 1:41 to go in this game. Let's see. Oh, they're doing this thing again. Available on the ESPN app. Let me see if they're going to bunch it around. Hit the guide button here. Let's see if I have anything available here. No, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that at all. I wish they would come up with a better solution than this right now because, in all honesty, to make you get on your phone and get on the app or stream on your computer where you don't really want to. So we probably got a minute or so before tip off here. We'll get over there. We'll give them a second here to see how this goes. Tonight's basketball game. This really comes down, the whole game for us comes down to 3-point defense. Xavier Johnson needs to play basketball again I haven't seen about Rob Finney, but it doesn't look good. 3-point defense. No, Sam, I was not here on Thursday, 224. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate that. One of my friends was on a Cincinnati TV channel, and the other day for what I'm promoting this Thursday night. So he made TV show and for a local area treasure hunt. It was really cool. It was on Friday night on Fox 19. I will post a link on my other channel. I'm going to post it in my community tab so everybody can see my friend Nick get interviewed by Fox 19. But we're doing this treasure hunt, and the guy that created it is the one that's coming on my show, and I get to talk to him about it. So that's going to be really awesome. Yeah, I saw that UC lost yesterday. A lot of teams got upset yesterday. March is kicking into high gear. Everybody's getting ready, but I'm ready for March Madness. But today, 3-point shooting defense is what it's going to come down to. And Tim, he won't come downstairs yet. Again, he won't come back down here, and basically he stays in our bed upstairs. He doesn't want to roam the house much. He just wants to stay in our bed. Thursday night, Lindsay, at 9:00 on the other channel. This game's coming to a close. 31 seconds left before it. 104-80. 6:03. I think the game tip is set at. It hasn't tipped yet. So it's getting ready to tip. So we should get switched over just in time. Basically, what it boils down to is we got to play defense on the 3-point line. We played very well against them the last time. Thank you, Sam. We played very well last time on the interior, everywhere else, and we defended the 3-point line. Yeah, we defended the 3-point line very well the last time. They did not really get going, and we had our way with them. However, we're shorthanded, and we have to defend. The guards have been killing us from the deep ball. That's where we've been losing a lot of games lately. Our inside play is stellar. We should have no trouble inside against Minnesota, but when you're playing on somebody's home court, oh, I got you. I thought you saw it somewhere because all I see is 6:00 and that it hasn't tipped yet. But there's 0.2 of a second yet. All they got to do is inbound the ball, and they're going to switch us over. I know, Tim. Iowa wins 104-80, and we're getting ready to swap over. I will make sure that the score is updated and ready to rock and roll today. But just don't turn the ball over. Play your regular game inside. Play your inside-out game. Make a few outside shots today. Xavier, don't turn the ball over, and defend that perimeter. That's what we got to do. We have to have a win today. If we do not get a win today, that means we will have to win at Purdue, which I don't remember the last time we won in Purdue at the end of the season. And I think that's what we need to do. I think we need to win the next 2 games to make the Big Ten tournament, or make the NCAA tournament. And all right, here we go. First of all, can anybody hear my TV? I got it turned down low, but I didn't know if you could hear it or not. There's Miss Alex. Oh, yeah, man. I'm telling you what, it's going to be good. Hopefully X can carry over what he did the other night and play some poised basketball again. Thank you, Alex. All right, and here we go. We're ready for the tip. Trace Jackson Davis is in the middle. Same regular starting lineup. And Xavier's going to control it. He gets the ball across the timeline to Parker. Parker feeds the post, and he overthrows Trace, and it goes out of bounds, turnover. Not the way you want to start, but that's okay. Here comes Minnesota across the timeline. Lowy, Stevens, Willis, Battle, and Curry are going to be your starters today for Minnesota. I'll see if I can remember them. This Luke Lowy kid can flat out shoot. They get the ball down on the block, and there's a layup right there. It goes right around X for 2. Looked a little sloppy on defense there. I think he thought help was coming, and it didn't. 2-0. Let me get my scoreboard fixed before somebody yells at me. And not you. There it is. You. Okay. One more second here. Oh, no, this one. There it is. Okay. All righty. There we go. I think we're squared away. Let me look. That looks good. Okay, here we go. Indiana missed a shot. 19 minutes to go. They're down 2 right now. Lowy's going to drive around. He's going to look to feed the post. Nothing doing. He gets it to the postman, but he's outside a little far. He's going to try to dribble penetrate. Cross-court pass for the 18-foot jump shot. Buried. Minnesota with an early 4-0 lead. Mauricio. Oh, they're not bungles, bro. They made the Super Bowl. Here comes Parker Stewart across the timeline. Offense is kind of slow moving right now. Nothing happening. Feeds Race Thompson on the block. Race is going to try to dribble back his way in. There's a cut. Nothing going. Feeds Trace for the dunk. Alley-oop. Trace Jackson Davis gets the Indiana Hoosiers on the board today. Fennessy is dressed. Rob Fennessy is in dress today. Hopefully he's going to be able to play. Oh, man, that's big time for me. Miss seeing Rob Fennessy on the floor. 4-2. Minnesota leads right now currently. Tries to dribble, penetrate on Trace. Nothing doing. Throws it around the horn. Rotates it back over and resets up high. Lowy's going to drive around to the right side. Passes to the left. Willis is on the left block. He feeds the right corner to Lowy for 3. No good. In and out. Race Thompson controls the board, and he'll bring the ball up. Feeds Miller Kopp on the left side. Feeds it to Trace on the block. Trace goes up for the dunk. 4-4. Trace Jackson Davis. 2 easy buckets, and we are tied. What up, Shanksy? Jim Wyatt, nice to see you, brother. Thank you, guys. Smash the like today. Willis is going to try to dribble penetrate. He feeds over to the right for a long 3. No good. Controlled by Trace. Handed off to Xavier. Here comes IU back up the court. Xavier Johnson's got the ball. Looking, driving. He's going to drive inside the lane. Put up the 8-footer. No good. Rebounded by Minnesota. Here comes Willis up the left sideline. Xavier was a little off balance there on that shot. Peyton Willis is going to try to get around him. He's having none of that. He's not going to let him dribble drive. Passes around the horn, looking, feeds the block. Got the ball in the block. He's looking to get inside on Trace, backs him down, loses it. Trace gets the steal, controls it to Xavier. Here comes Indiana, 4-4, 16 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the game. Race hands off to Trace. Trace rolls it over to X. X is going to pull up for 3. Money. Xavier Johnson hits his first 3-pointer today. 7-4 IU. 7-0 run in the last minute and a half or so here for Indiana. 2 dunks and a triple. What's up, Nathan? Nice to see you, bro. Peyton Willis is going to try to get around Xavier. Xavier's playing pretty tight defense. Multiple picks trying to get him around. And they're going to – what are they going to call here? They're going to call him for a foul, but I don't know that they're going to give him 3 shots. Are they going to give him 3 shots? Woodson's saying, why? Why'd you do that? All right, they are going to give him 3 free throws. Holy crap. That was a freebie. Peyton Willis at the free throw line. First one is good. Ben Johnson's in his first season at Minnesota. Done a pretty good job considering he had no players left after the end of last year and had to go to the transfer portal. Second free throw is also good. It's a 1-point game, 7-6. But it looks like he's going to be one of those type of coaches that's going to reinvigorate the team. I like what he's done so far. All 3 are good. We are tied. That's a pretty bad foul there where there was no need for one, but that's okay. Xavier tries to bring it up. They're going to press a little bit. Xavier handles it easily. Gets it inside to Race. Race is going to feed it back out. Tipped around. Peyton Willis loses it. And, it's going to be IU ball out of bounds. Little bit of sloppy play. Minnesota's getting their hands up in defense today. And here we go, 7-7. There's 13 on the shot clock. Copp inbounds to Xavier. Xavier feeds Parker Stewart on the right wing. Nothing doing. Xavier looks for the shot, passes it over to Copp. No takers. They are depth. Copp's going to pull up for three, and Copp is going to bury his first shot. I know. They played a really solid non-conference, Jim. 10-7 Indiana. They played really well, and then the Big Ten season kind of beat them down. Peyton Willis gets around Xavier Johnson and can't afford the second foul. There's a quick shot on the outside there. Good feed from Willis. 10-9. 15:26 to go. Yes, Matt. Oh, nice to see you, Matt. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier. I don't think Xavier's a bust. I think Xavier is just a kid that needs guidance. He's really talented. He just loses his cool a lot. And when I say that, he drives to the basket, scores a layup. 12-9. No, I think he's a senior. He's a transfer. He should be a little bit more poised than he is, but he's got a little bit of that want-to-fight mentality. Minnesota's running a little bit of a weave. They got the ball at the top of the key. He's going to take a long three and bury it. Jamison Battle hits it. That three was a very nice-looking shot. It wasn't very much rhythm, but he nailed it. Parker's got the ball on the right wing looking. Minnesota's playing some kind of a matchup type of zone. Trace gets it inside, feeds it to Race. Trace is going to get the assist. Race will get the dunk, 14-12. They just got to keep playing within themselves. He is a senior. I don't know if he has an extra year because of COVID. Not sure, Jim, but I don't know about that. Peyton Willis is trying to get to the basket. He's got the mismatch he wants. He's going to pull up for three, and no good. Xavier's going to control the rebound and push. Looking ahead. Nobody's open. He gets it to Trace on the block. Trace is about ready to back down. Starts his dribble. Back out to Xavier. Xavier for three. That's a good shot. Rims out. No good. Lowy controls the rebound. Here comes Minnesota the other way. Lowy's going to come up. He's going to try to drive. He hands it off to Battle. Battle to Willis. Willis back to Battle. Ugh. There's another long three from Battle. No good. Man, that guy pulls up and shoots. 14-12 IU. 12:38 to go or 13:38 to go in the first half. Feeds Miller Kopp on the right wing. Kopp's going to hand it off to Race Thompson. Race is going to hand it off to Xavier. There's Parker off a pick. Nothing doing. Parker feeds Trace down near the block. He's going to drive in. He passes it out. Xavier's open for three, and he sunk it. Xavier Johnson, when he's in rhythm, shoots well. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate somebody looking up stats because I can't get them all off my head all the time. 17-12. Clock is stopped. I think that's going to be a timeout for Minnesota. Xavier Johnson, when they play inside out, when IU plays the game where they feed the post and the pass comes back out to the guards and they're shooting going towards the basket, they shoot at a much higher percentage than when they rotate the ball around the outside of a zone or in that manner of speaking. When it goes inside out, they're a much better team. That's why everything should go off the block for them. Dribble penetration, feeds on the block to Trace and Race, who turn the ball over a little bit but are really good passers. 22 in the house today. Thank you guys for stopping in. I do appreciate it. Really nice start to the game today. Xavier's playing. He's shooting the ball very confidently, and he's playing with confidence. Dribbling to the rim, and he's only taking good three-pointers. If he plays like this, we don't need a lot of help from everybody else. Trace and Race will do most of the rest. Miller Kopp hit his first shot today. That's another big-time thing for us. Kopp and Parker Stewart, they need to get off to a good start and build a little confidence because they're not shooting the ball. We're not getting production out of those guys. Parker's defense has gotten a little bit better this year. He's still a little. I feel like he's a little. I know he's not fat, but he's a little slow on defense, and he looks a little thick out there in comparison to guys he's guarding. He's almost in that forward stage, but he's still, kind of like a wing height. But let's talk about the NCAA tournament for just a second. A win today, and I'm pretty sure a win at home against Rutgers or a win at Purdue on the road. Let's not leave that out of the equation. And I think we make the tournament without any help in the Big Ten tournament. I think we need to win 2. If we win 2 here and 1 in the Big Ten tournament, I think we get off and we get into that 10 seed area. And that's real important for this program this year to make the NCAA tournament and have a chance to make a run, and highlight your abilities, for the big time tournament, not the little tournament. I think it's really big. I think it instills confidence in the guys coming back next year. And I think it really helps recruiting because Woodson did a great job of getting guys here, and it didn't take that long to get them to mesh well, but they haven't played so much as a team since that 5-game losing streak was it. And you got to look at that streak. During that streak, we lost games to Ohio State. We lost a game to Illinois. We really got beat bad. Ohio State was overtime, ran out of gas at the end of the game. I don't know if they ran out of gas. We just didn't play good that last minute. There was a lot of contributing factors to a 5-point loss to Wisconsin, a game we should have won. So, I mean, there was a couple very winnable games in there that one more win right now and we'd be secured into this NCAA tournament. But now we put our backs against the wall, and now it's crunch time. And Xavier Johnson seems to be playing with some really good poise. He looks like he's confident, and he looks like he's chilling out on his mental game. But he's definitely got to lead us. Our bigs do their job inside. They rebound, they shoot well, they score, they get to the free throw line. We got to have somebody on the point that's taking care of the team. Here goes Trace. He's going to hand off to Xavier. Xavier's looking. Peyton Willis is playing way off of him. Parker shoots 15-footer and hits it off a pick. Parker Stewart is involved. Yeah, we got blew out a little bit in the Illinois game, Michigan State, but those were games that we just quit. And Kofi Coburn had his way. We'll talk about him in a little while. 19-12, IU with 12:35 to go. There goes Jamison Battle, hands it, gets the ball. He's going to pass it over to Lowy in the corner. Lowy gets it out to Willis, back to Battle. Battle rotates it down onto the post. He's going to drive on Cobb. He's going to shoot a little inside-out floater. No good. Race Thompson controls, gets it off to Xavier, comes back across the timeline. Xavier's going to drive to the basket. Nothing doing. Passes back out to Race Thompson. Over to Kopp in the corner. Kopp's going to shoot the three. No good. Rebound comes out long to Minnesota. They're going to come back the other way. That was a little bit of a bad shot. And, they're going to call Miller Kopp on the foul on Sutherland trying to score the layup on the fast break. Very, very unfortunate call there. It's going to take us to the under 12 timeout. Kofi Coburn, I still don't like the way – I mean, I know Woodson's instilling discipline in these guys, but I really feel like when Coburn was on the game, I felt like Trace should not have been put on him. Trace should play off that ball on the help side against him, not directly on him, and that's why he got in foul trouble. I feel like Michael Durr should just be on the floor while Coburn's on the floor until you can't have him out there no more. Play against them a little bit more. You're at home. Michael Durr plays pretty good defense. He's got the size to match. I didn't really like the way we played against Illinois. I really feel like you should match up where you match up, because I think everybody else on that team, I think Race Thompson and Trace Jackson Davis, they match up really well against Illinois in that aspect. And they could have took advantage of that. But Coburn dominated that game. Trace couldn't stay out of foul trouble, and it was kind of doomed from the middle of the second half. It went really downhill fast. But Jim, we played competitively on the road. Michigan State put it to us pretty good. And that's really the only game that we really had it put to us on the road. You're right. This next game coming up against Rutgers on Wednesday night, Ron Harper Jr., I really like that team. I can't help myself. I like Steve Peichel as a coach. I love what they bring to the table. I really like this Minnesota team. I just think this Minnesota team needs to, this is all a bunch of transfers, thrown together this year. And, to be this competitive this late into the Big Ten season, I know they haven't won a lot of games, but they're playing competitive basketball. They beat Northwestern and Penn State at home pretty handily. And to be a thrown together team, they're thrown together just like Nebraska, but Nebraska doesn't play as well as Minnesota does. I don't think. Minnesota's a 500 team. They're still playing for an NIT bid right now. I mean, they've got a lot to play for. 4-13 in the conference isn't stellar, but this Big Ten is pretty slick. It's pretty tough all top to bottom. All right. You don't think Rutgers is going to make the NCAA? I don't know. They're really close. They've got 10 conference wins. We don't even have that. I know they may not have them projected in, but I know they have a lot of bad losses outside the conference. So, you may be right there. But they're definitely that type of team. If they get on a run, and they got on a run where they beat 3 ranked opponents in a row, I mean, it's hard to say they're not going to be there. All right, we're going to come back out of the timeout here. Sutherland's going to be on the free throw line. Looks like he's shooting 2 foul shots. First one's short off the front iron, no good. 11:57 to go in the half. Second free throw, he bricks it, and it bounces off the back iron and goes in. 19-13. Come on, Xavier, let's go. Xavier's going to come across the timeline. Tamar Bates is on the floor for Miller Kopp right now, and Trace is out about 18 foot dribbling. Parker dribbles around, looking, nothing doing, feeds Race on the block. Race is going to push his way inside, put a step up, no good. Trace controls the rebound and puts it in. 21-13, 11:33 to go. Good first half so far for the Hoosiers. Let's see if we can continue. Here comes Jordan Geronimo, going to be entering the game off the sideline. Race falls down. No travel foul, nothing. Gets it back out to Lowy. Lowy's going to dribble penetrate. He feeds it inside. There's a good pass by Lowy and gets an easy bucket for Minnesota on a switch. 21-15, 11:08 to go. I agree, Jim. Anybody that's big and girthy. Trace has got the ball about 12 foot out. He's going to try to dribble his way back in, passes out. Resets on the block. Xavier's going to come into the lane, feeds Tamar Bates for 3. Tamar Bates buries a 3 from the left wing, comes into the game 24-15, although they just tried to give the basket to Minnesota. That is okay. They got it fixed now. Battle feeds the left corner to Lowy. Lowy gets it down on the block. Number 1 for Minnesota dribbles in, takes the long 3, no good. Tipped over to Race. Xavier's going to bring it up. We're going to cross the halfway point of the first half here in just a few seconds. Oh, my God. Xavier pulls up and buries a 3 in transition. Nobody came out and guarded him. Gives us a 12-point lead, and here comes the Hoosiers. Xavier's playing with confidence and poise, and they look like a different team. Lowy's got the ball on the right wing. They got him switched onto Xavier right now. There comes Battle around the corner, or Peyton Willis. He's going to shoot a 13-footer. X is going to control the board, and he's going to push. Feeds up the court to Trace all the way inside. Trace is going to dribble out, passes it off. Tamar feeds Xavier. Here goes a 3. Oh, that would have been big if it had went down. Yeah, we'll talk about that at halftime, Brian. Sutherland's going to try to drive on Parker. He traveled. No, he didn't. They're going to call Parker with the foul on the reach. They do play well even in the first half of the second half, Brian. I feel like the guys get tired. I've been harping on substitutions this whole year. I really feel like that's one of the things they really need to work on is, the amount of minutes that the bench gets. But with Fennessy back in the game today, there is Rob Fennessy making his first appearance today. Looks solid. There is a long three by Battle, and Battle buries it. Nobody picks him up on the inbound. There he goes. Here comes Finney across the timeline, back from plantar fasciitis. Let's see what he looks like today. He's looking out here, dribbling out high. He's going to dribble penetrate. Looks around, nothing doing. Feeds Parker on the wing. Geronimo's in on the block. He's going to feed it to Trace on the other block. Trace has got the ball. He's going to try to back his guy in. Trace is going to put up the baby hook, and it rims out, no good. Here comes Battle with the basketball for Minnesota, down 9. Battle's going to go over. He's going to feed Willis. Willis back to Battle. Drives the lane, throws it back out, rotates around to Willis, over to Lowy in the corner. Lowy's going to drive in, rotate it out. No three. Good defense by IU to keep picking up the shooters. That's the way you do it. Willis is going to try to drive. Nothing happened. And what a nice pass. And it gets blocked by Trace Jackson-Davis. Here comes Parker Stewart the other way. Parker's going to drive all the way in. He's going to put it up off the glass. Geronimo with the offensive glass. And he looks like he got hammered, but they didn't call it. Here comes Minnesota. 8:24 to go, down 9. Battle for 3 on the other side. Airballs it. Tamar Bates controls the glass. He's going to hand it off to Finney, and Finney is going to walk it up the court. Whew, breathe. Finney's got the ball out high. He's going to let the shot clock get down to about 15. He feeds Geronimo at the top of the key. Geronimo hands it back off. Finney's got it. Here comes Tamar off the pick. Nothing doing. 10 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Finney goes around. He pulls up for 3. It's going to be short off the front iron. Here comes Lowy with the rebound. Finney's shot did not look strong, but it was on line. And there's Peyton Willis, pulls up for a big 3. And this is what I talked about, 3-point defense. Minnesota cuts the lead to 6. 2 3-pointers in a row in the last minute. Minute plus. Finney's got it up high. Indiana is standing around a little bit on offense right now. It doesn't look like it's flowing. Geronimo hands off to Parker. Parker's going to feed Finney. Finney's going to dribble all the way to the basket and put up the layup and uses the wheels to get there. Finney with his first 2 points in off the bench. 7:16 to go in the half. Nice to see Finney turn on the burner and go to the hoop. Here comes Battle. He hands it off to Lowy. Lowy, Willis, and Battle are playing this 3-man game right now. Sutherland is sitting in the corner waiting. Willis has got the ball out high. He's looking to get around Finney. Nothing doing. Feeds Lowy in the corner. Parker Stewart is on him. Lowy pulls back for a deep shot. That was ugly. And there comes Tamar Bates with another rebound. He's going to bring the ball up the court. Tamar feeds Geronimo. Geronimo goes all the way to the hoop, draws the foul, but it will not go down. Geronimo's going to shoot 2 free throws. 29-21. Finney turned on the turbos and gets all the way to the basket. Strong layup. He looks like he's playing a little tender on that foot. He's being very cautious in how he uses his speed, but it's really nice to see him on the floor. And I don't really think that we can do very well without him down the stretch. Xavier's playing good basketball. Finney just needs to provide some minutes to give him a break. Woo! Timeout on the floor. Thank you guys for all hanging out with me today. I surely do appreciate it. But you know what? I'm telling you that Rutgers team, Sam, they've been hit or miss. They're either winning big-time games or they're just losing games that make you scratch your head. They've got a great coach. They've got a good nucleus of players there. They just kind of go to sleep at times. It's really kind of, oh my God, I was so excited when I seen him wearing his little red jersey and not the little black jumpsuit on the bench today. You know, he's so important to this team because, you know, Xavier Johnson is Xavier Johnson. He's going to have stretches where he plays great basketball, but he's going to have stretches where he needs a break. Holler at your boy, Shane. Heck yeah. Yeah, they do. They have one more conference win. They're 10-8, right? We're 9 or are we 8-9? We're 8-9. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're looking to get back to 500 today. I think 10-10 in the conference and 19 wins with our schedule and strength of schedule should get us in the tournament. But for Xavier to continue to be super effective, he needs Rob. Rob needs Xavier. They both need to take the pressure off of each other so that they both can play well. I hope that Finney only sees limited minutes today. I say that because I want him to play. You can't hear me? Everybody else can hear me, right? Somebody let me know in the chat if you can hear me. My microphone seems to be working. Rutgers is 16-12, I think, overall. Okay. Randall, it must be you. Yeah, and like I said, if you go back and look at their schedule a little bit, I don't have it brought up. I've got other stuff brought up on the screen. Check my mic? Oh, yeah. Okay. You guys get me confused. Yeah, mine's in. Let's see. Maryland gets a big-time win over Ohio State today. See, looky there. Fats Russell must have killed it, 75-60. Yeah, Rutgers is 10-8 in conference. We're 8-9. So we need to finish this half strong. They're 16-12 overall, Sam, I think. If I'm correct, they're 16-12. But right now, we're sitting right behind Michigan in the standings. Geronimo's got 2 free throws here. First one is going to go up and sinks it. Jordan Geronimo. Did you see the play the other day where he tipped the ball and it bounced in off the ground and went in the hoop? Score. Jordan Geronimo, high-energy basketball player. Second free throw is up, and it is also good. 6:43 to go, 31-21 lead for IU. Lowy's going to bring it up against Finney. Battle is on the floor with him. It's going to work around a pick. There's nothing doing there. They're going to give. There's going to be a long 3 right there. Step back, and it goes down. I think that was 3. Yes, sir. I'm not familiar with the player, number 20. 31-24, Indiana, 6:16 to go. It's E.J. Stevens. 7 for 11 from three-point line his last 3 games. Tell me that ain't stout. Miller Kopp hands it off to Finney. Finney from 15. No good. Good shot by Finney. Geronimo with the rebound and the dunk. Loose ball pickup by Geronimo puts Indiana back up 9 with 5:55 to go in the half. 33-24. Indiana's playing very efficient on offense today. Their defense is pretty solid as well. Battle's going to dribble the ball out high. He's going to hand it off to Lowy. Peyton Willis is getting a break on the bench right now. Battle feeds it down inside. He's going to back him in. He's going to put it up against Tamar. Good, strong move on the block by Stevenson, I think's his name. He's going to feed Tamar Bates back the other way. 33-26. Finney's going to drive. He's going to try to get to the hoop. Nothing happening there. Feeds Race Thompson out high. Tamar Bates has got the ball. He's going to drive around. He's going to pull up for 2. And Tamar Bates buries the 22-foot jumper just a bit in front of the line or on the line there. Back to a 9-point lead with 5:07 to go. Tony V, sorry to hear you're sick in bed, brother. I'm hoping you get well. Tim, nice to see you, bro. JP loves and more. There's another pullback jump shot from Minnesota, controlled by Finney. He's going to push. Finney feeds Tamar Bates on the left wing. He pulls up, goes around a pick. Bates feeds Geronimo. Geronimo takes the 3. It's off to the right. I can see it. Here comes Minnesota back the other way with 4:39 to go, down 9. Feeds the ball in the corner, looking to get around. He gets all the way around Tamar Bates and dunks it. 35-28, back to 7. What a play by Stevenson. Thank you, Tony. Finney feeds Kopp. Kopp feeds Race Thompson on the block. Race is immediately double-teamed, and he drops it off his knee and turns it over. Minnesota's starting to gain a little life here. Sutherland with the good defensive play. Sutherland got right around Tamar Bates and went straight to the basket. Geronimo tried to block him. Nothing doing. Got a little pushy there with the shoulder after the dunk when that adrenaline's flowing. But, that's the way it goes. Game of runs. Play your hardest. Get everybody back out here in a minute and finish this last 4 minutes strong. Sutherland hands it off. There's Peyton Willis back on the floor. He drives over. He hits battle for three. No good. Controlled by Xavier Johnson. Rob Finney does get to go back to the bench and sit down. What's up, Josh? There's a three-pointer by Race Thompson that was ugly as sin in transition. Here comes Willis, I'm sorry. Back over to Battle. Battle for three. He was set up. No good. Here comes Miller Kopp the other way. Slow it down, boys. Run your offense. You got Trace and Race on the floor. Run your offense. Xavier's going to look. Nothing doing there. Trying to feed the block. Nothing happening. Xavier comes to pick. He's going to drive all the way to the basket. Throws it back out to Parker outside. Parker feeds Kopp on the wing. Kopp down to Race on the block. Race drives in. Feeds Xavier. Xavier for three. Sunk it. In rhythm, inside out. Xavier scores like a champ. If he tries to create his own shot, no way. 38-28, 3:05 to go in the half. Battle's got the ball on the left wing against Race Thompson. Hands it off to Peyton Willis out high. Peyton's going to feed across to the other side. Sutherland takes the deep three. That's ugly. Trace controls the board. Xavier's going to bring it up. Xavier's going to slow it down a little bit as he comes across the timeline with 2:45 to go in the half. Xavier's going to feed Parker on the wing. Nothing doing. Parker's looking to get the ball on the block to Trace. Trace has got it on the block. He's a few foot outside. Trace is going to try to back his man in. Feeds Xavier. Nothing doing. Xavier's going to drive. He's going to put up the floater. No good. I think he was thinking about an alley-oop, but nothing happened there. Trace got knocked away. Here comes Willis back the other way. Willis is going to pull it up. Drives inside the lane. He's going to feed Sutherland on the wing. Sutherland tries to get around Race. Nothing doing. Parker's playing D. He's got his guy. Feeds it back outside. Sutherland all the way to the basket. Short off the rim. And there's going to be an offensive foul called on that play against, looks like it's going to be a charge on Sutherland. Trace Jackson Davis takes it. Okay, that's good, Randall, because I know you know that you're dying to listen to me, man. Just play it, bro. And we are back at commercial with and it, it's been a back and forth half. Minnesota has hit a few threes, but all in all, we've still put up a pretty good defensive half so far. 38 points on the offense. And the thing of it is that we're just taking the shots in rhythm and good shots. Our outside shots are going inside out, and everything else is going towards the basket. When you're going towards the basket, good things happen. And I think they're realizing that with the team they got. Having Finney able to give Xavier a rest like that makes Xavier that much more effective since he's been playing good. I got to say, so far this first half, I'm super impressed. But, Brian Shinksy said it earlier. We have not been a good late second half team. The last 10 minutes of games, the last 4, if I could just stop the scoreboard at the 10-minute mark and count it, we've probably been outscored, I would say somewhere around 80-40. It's been that bad. We've had multiple leads at the 10-minute mark and lost them. It's not been good. And we've been shorthanded. The guys haven't played. Galloway's still not playing today. Christian Lander's still hurt. We're shorthanded right now. I expect to see, and Michael Durr got in the game a little bit ago too. I didn't get a chance to call his name. He was in, then back out. But he did get in. He did not make it onto the score sheet. But look at this. So far in this game where I feel like we're doing well, Xavier Johnson's got 14 points. And then you got 11 points in off the bench. Geronimo, Bates, and Finney. Those guys are giving you productive minutes off the bench. And that's what we need. We need production. We're playing 8 right now. 9, actually, since Durr's been in the game. I'm good with that number. But I really miss Galloway. We want Galloway back before this Big Ten tournament. I'd love to have Galloway back before the Purdue game. Galloway gives us an opportunity to play a little bit he plays scrappy basketball in that game. But so far so good today, guys. It's really nice to be not necessarily in control of the game, but playing well enough to have a good lead. And I tell you what, this 18th win is huge. 30 points off the bench, Tim, would be awesome. It's all about taking pressure off your starters. He has some kind of I think it was like an abdominal, like an abdominal strain or something. I can't remember what they said, but it's like a pulled muscle of some sorts. All right, we got 2 minutes to go before the end of the half, 2:09. Here comes Xavier bringing the ball across the timeline. He's going to get it in here. Parker's trying to get off a battle. They're pushing a little bit. He's going to feed the ball down to Trace on the block. He drops it, picks it back up. He's going to back his man back in. He's going to look up. Oh, he gets it stripped and throws it back to Parker. Almost turns it over, but doesn't. 8 on the shot clock. Xavier's going to take a 3. And he just missed that one. It wasn't the best shot, but shot clock was running down. 10-point lead, 1:40 to go. Here comes Willis across the timeline. He hands it off to Lowy. Lowy to battle back to Willis. Peyton Willis has got the ball out high. Xavier Johnson is in tow. Feeds it to Willis, or battle on the block. He's going to go up against Trace. Puts it up and in. Nah, Jameson Battle's a stud, dude. He plays under such control. We're going to get this under the 1 minute mark here. 1:14 to go, 38-30. Xavier's got the ball out high. We need to get a post feed here. Parker's going to cut, or Miller Kopp cuts into the lane. He loses it. Call a timeout. Miller Kopp decided to drive the lane and put the ball on the floor, and somebody got their hand in there, and then it was 3-on-1 at that point. You know what? I noticed that, I noticed that Christian Lander is in uniform today as well, so maybe he is available. 30 in the house, 48 minutes in. We've got 1:02 to go in the first half. We have a timeout on the floor. I think it's Minnesota's basketball after this timeout. Just play your defense, get a stop here, put up one more basket before the half, go in with a 10-point lead would make me happy. Really pushing hard on IU to win these next 2 games, and then have a chance to make a statement. Going with here. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll save that for halftime. Here comes Lowy, and I think we're going to have a guest at halftime, so it'll be fun to have a guest up here for a few minutes during halftime. Lowy brings it across the timeline. Parker, Kopp, Race, Trace, and Xavier is on the floor. Starting 5 is on the floor right now. He's going to try to drive around, and Trace is going to get called for the foul there with the body, and that will be Indiana's 4th team foul. That will reset the shot clock to 20. 47 seconds to go in the first half. Trace Jackson, that would be his first foul. There's the inbound. It's going to shoot the 18-footer. No good. Race controls the glass, hands it off to Xavier. 41 seconds to go in the half. Indiana's got a chance to use they're going to use their use it or lose it timeout here. Hey, you know what? 30 likes would be sweet. 30 likes helps the share rate. If anybody wants to help out with that, I do appreciate it. It definitely makes it easier for me to grow the crowd a little bit and have new people to talk to and share basketball with. It's not just basketball in here. We do football. We have a lot of different things that we got going in here. And NFL and college basketball might be our 2 biggest. But thank you very much for hitting that button or saying that, Sam. No, my wife's not coming in as a guest. Shoot. I couldn't get her in here. I couldn't get her on camera to save my life. But it's family. She's supposed to be home. 30 likes would be awesome for the stream today. I would definitely appreciate that. I would love to see 100. That would be completely awesome. 100 likes would be probably my best in any stream. Thursday night, I'm going for 100 on my other one. We'll be back here Wednesday night for the Rutgers game at home. That will be the home season finale. Should be a great day. Homecoming for Indiana, I assume, is what it'll be. Parker Stewart has got the ball out high with 20 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to be content to let it run. He hands it off to Xavier. Xavier's going to drive the lane all the way to the basket, and Xavier lays it up and in off the glass, 24 seconds. 10-point lead, 20 seconds to go. Here comes Peyton Willis across the timeline against Xavier Johnson, 15 on the clock. Peyton's going to try to back him down. Nobody's moving on offense. They're waiting until the 10, 9. He's going to try to get around him. He can't do it. He's going to go around the pick. There comes Trace to hedge him. He's going to pull up for the shot, and he buries the 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be the way the half ends, with Peyton Willis hitting a three-pointer with 4 seconds to go. Indiana goes to the half with a 40-33 lead. 31 in the house. Smash it, folks. Back to what I was saying. College basketball, when you're talking about kids, 18 to 22-year-olds, and you're talking about, how well you're playing, and you go through ups and downs and streaks, getting a little warm here at the end after struggling for a while. They're playing with drive right now. They really seem to be, focused and in tune with what they need to do, because their back is against the wall. Now, granted, they should be able to learn how to turn that on all the time. Sorry, Sam, my internet's a little glitchy for a second. I can see my bar dropped off, and I don't know completely why. My picture? Oh, well, as long as my audio is good, I don't care. Gotcha. Oh, my camera. Okay. Internet's coming back. I know that's what it had to do with. It's back up now. But, what I was saying is that, you get beat 5 games in a row, and after a while it becomes a mentality that you're just losing and you're destined to lose these games. Then you get a big win at home. Now you got a chance on the road to build a little bit of momentum, and then you go back home with that momentum. If we can win today, go back home and get a win against Rutgers, we're going to be dangerous when we get to Purdue. Because guess what? They really, it's clear on my end. Hold on, let me look. It looks clear on the feed too. Cox's Spectrum, Sam. But if we can get a little bit of momentum and confidence going back against Purdue, a team that we played very well earlier in the season and beat, that gives us a chance to go into the Big Ten tournament on a 4-game winning streak. If we win these 3 and stay confident, these 3 games and stay confident going into that, we can play well. Or we could lose one of these games, go to Purdue and get hammered and not make anything. So, it's all about momentum and keeping these kids motivated to play. But right now, as long as Xavier Johnson's locked in, I don't think we have much to worry about. That gives us, we got an edge in the paint, except for everybody against Purdue. Right now, Joe Lunardi has Indiana as one of the last 4 in. With Rutgers, mind you guys. Rutgers is in that last 4 in as well. Memphis, Loyola. First 4 out is BYU, Oregon, San Diego State, and Southern Methodist University. And the only team on that list that you should worry about is I thought Alex was coming in. She said she was coming in at halftime. I don't know if it's going to make it or not. Even the leaders. Yeah, hey, Joe. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. We do need this win. We have to have this one. And I really feel like we have to have the win against Rutgers as well. I think that game against Rutgers might end up being basically a play-in game to the NCAA tournament the way it's looking right now. They've got them guys both in the last 4, so that's got them at, right around the 12 seed mark. Oh, gotcha. She's dealing with the doggos. My doggo's not here right now. But you know what? In all honesty, this is a tournament team. We've just had a lot of downs this year. And you know what? And I really feel like the committee will put into consideration Rob Fennessy's injury and being out, because that was a big knockback for us for him not being in the game or in those 8-7 games that he missed. I think we went 2-7 or 2-5 in those games. Gotcha, Alex. No big deal. Let's go over some stat sheets. Oh, dude. Sam, her dogs are bigger. She's got English Mastiffs. They're bigger than my bull. My bull's bulky. Them two dogs are just huge. Just short of Great Danes. They're not quite Great Danes. Going through the stats at halftime. She's got 2, yes. She has got Coraline and Bella. My impressed point of the day was, the bench scoring, free throw shooting. Geronimo hit his 2. We're 100% from the free throw line. Oh, wow. Jim has a Mastiff. Great dogs, buddy. They're great dogs. That's our family's favorite pet. Mastiffs and boxers. Back to where I was getting at on the stats. Indiana controlled the boards, which we normally do. And on teams like this, we controlled the glass. We didn't foul. We played pretty much turnover-free basketball. Yeah, mine's 130, and Alex's are probably both pushing 150, I'd have to guess. Maybe a little bit more. And all that being said, Minnesota did not play a bad half. They got 33 points. They did get dominated on the glass. They only had 3 turnovers. They only committed 3 fouls. This has been a really clean game thus far. Rat Terriers. Oh, little dogs, man. Lowy, one of their better 3-point shooters, has not gotten any to go down thus far. Peyton Willis has been on fire. He's got 9, 3 for 3 from 3-point land. My dog and Alex's dogs have never met. I think they would be okay, but they've never been together. They will sooner or later. But, Minnesota didn't play a bad half. We just played better basketball. I know Maryland dominated Ohio State. Ohio State I don't feel is that great of a team, although they've gotten big-time wins. They're a team that goes up and down big time. There's Jake. What's up, Mr. ZZ Funk? Nice to see you today. So far, so good in the game. Dude, those dogs are absolutely nuts. UConn absolutely pouring it on Georgetown today. Oh, it's probably over. I'm seeing highlights. Yeah, about to see the end of Patrick Ewing. Georgetown cut it to 9, but UConn gets a big win. Dude, I had chicken and jasmine rice. Yeah, we're back to our second half dilemma here. I hope Woodson doesn't pull the restraints in. I hope he lets the bench play in this half. Gives everybody, a fair break, a fair breather, and let's see how well we do. Finney being back today, Jake, makes me feel so much better. Also, I was hoping JB would be in here tonight. We've reconciled the deal with him, and so he should be back at some point. We had a chat with him yesterday in the stream. We got to hit 70. 70 is our magic number. When we go over 70, that's pretty good for us. It seems like that's the magic number for a lot of teams. We can play defense and keep teams under 70. I say this game here, we're probably going to need 74 points to win the game. because that's the thing about Minnesota. If they get hot behind the three, oh man, it's so nice seeing. I like he's got it as Phineas back. He made a couple. He scored, and his foot. He's playing a little timid on it, but he looked good. He didn't look like he had any trouble elevating. He didn't look like he had any trouble accelerating. His jump shot fell a little bit short, and his layup was strong. So just patience, short bursts, and hopefully he makes it out of here feeling good. Puppet is in the house. What is up, Puppet? Nice to see you, my friend. Stoked for this second half. Really stoked. I love getting excited for what's to come. You know, we're getting back healthy. We need to get Galloway back. I think it's abdominal, Jim. I really do. I'll look it up really fast while we're sitting here. I thought it was like an abdominal muscle injury or something. You forget that he missed 6 weeks. He missed 6 weeks with that broken wrist. Lower body injury is what it says. Lander has the knee injury. He's got like tendonitis. Finney's got the foot. That's plantar fasciitis. And Trey Galloway has a lower body injury. I knew it was something weird. It says the school announced an hour before the game he is out with a lower body injury. He was added to the crowded list of guards on the injured list. Galloway's injury is bad news. You know, honestly, right now, if we wouldn't have had the 5 guys being stupid and getting suspended for the one game against Northwestern, we're probably looking to secure seed right now as opposed to anything else in this game. So keep that in mind as well. You know, that's another reason. Yep. Tendonitis in his knee. Mary Monarch is in the house. She says Minnesota's going to win. Of course, you would say that, Mary. Anything to go against me would make you happy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you stopping by, smashing that like, helping us grow this stream and this channel. What a nice crowd tonight. It's been a lot of fun thus far. This game has been very well played. Not a lot of fouling, not a lot of turnovers, and not playing sloppy ball is nice. But Minnesota did not play a bad first half. Indiana just played a better one. Yes, sir. Man, there was a pretty famous basketball player from Battle Creek, Michigan. I'm trying to think of right off the top of my head. I'm with you, Sam. Mary's just going against me. You know, Jim. Oh, that's okay. I can't let my hair grow. I don't like it. There's my doggo. Tony the Tigers from Battle Creek, Michigan. It's pretty good, though. Let's see. Yes, sir, Jake. That's what I was talking about earlier. 18 to 22-year-olds, it's all about momentum and mentality going into the game. And these guys have been beat up so bad lately that it's time. that they get on a little bit of a run here and they carry that momentum into Purdue. I'd love to go into Purdue with a 3-game win streak and an opportunity to knock them off and up our seed. I know there's somebody from Battle Creek, Michigan that I keep thinking about. It'll come to me, probably with the least opportune time. Cruising in on the end of halftime here. We should be about ready to go back live here in just a few minutes. That is my wife and the dog, yes. Oh, come on, Mary. All right, here we go with the second half. Both teams play turnover-free basketball. Xavier Johnson put up 16 points in the first half. That is a win. Now you feed your bigs, get some fouls, shoot some free throws. Jazz beat the Suns today. Peyton Willis hit all 3 of his three-pointers today. Yeah. You know we don't try not to curse in here, Miss Mary. We try to keep it clean. All right, Xavier brings the ball across the timeline. He is going to feed it off to Race Thompson up high. Race feeds Trace on the block. Trace is going to go all the way to the basket and put it up and no good, but Race misses the dunk. But there is going to be a foul, it looks like on number 1 for Minnesota. There's Race's dad. Daryl Thompson, what a running back in his day. Solid running back from the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Trace shoots the free throw. It's good. Extends the lead to 9. One more free throw to go. 19:48 to go in the game, and this one's hard off the back iron. No good. Battle controls the rebound, hands it off to Willis. Here comes Peyton Willis. He feeds it off. Trace is defending out high. There comes the switch. Tries to dribble around. Nothing doing. Looks over. There's a deep 3. No good. Controlled by Trace Jackson. He's going to feed Xavier. Xavier's going to bring the ball across the line. Xavier's coming up. He's going to hit Trace on the wing. Hands it off to Xavier. Xavier drives down. Gets it to Race. Race goes up. And the dunk. Race Thompson with the easy 2 on a great feed pass. 43-33, 19-10 to go. 10-point lead IU. Peyton Willis comes across the timeline. He's going to feed Jamison Battle on the left. Battle's going to try to get it down there. Nothing doing. Rotates it around to Lowy. Lowy goes around a pick. There he drives the basket. Battles up against Race Thompson. Puts the shot up. No good. It's an air ball. Here comes X. X has got the ball with his head up. Nobody's there. He's going to drive. Looks to get inside. Feeds Trace. Trace has got the ball at the 13-foot mark. He's going to drive down. Put up the baby hook and good. Trace Jackson Davis with another field goal, 45-33, 18:35 to go. There it is. Battle's going to feed Willis. Willis back to Battle. Battle goes to the glass. The ball is dribbled and turned over. Race comes up with it. Here comes Parker. Parker hands off to X. X feeds Cop. Cop drives in, hits Trace on the block. Trace has got the mismatch with Willis. Nobody comes to help him. Feeds X over to Cop for 3. No good. Hard off the back iron. Race Thompson is going to go around the block out. Who's going to get called on the foul here? Looks like it's going to go on Minnesota, on Curry, or is it going to be on Race? Let's see. I think he pushed him. Nope, it's going to go either out of bounds or on Race Thompson. I can't tell you which. Peyton Willis comes across the timeline. 18:02 to go, down 12. Kopp knocks the pass away. Coming back the other direction. There's a hedge and over. Rotates it around. Curry's trying to drive the lane. He turns it over. Parker Stewart with the steal. He's going to hit Xavier on the left wing. No shot there. Parker in the corner. He's going to drive the baseline, and Parker makes a bad pass. Curry gets the steal. Here comes Peyton Willis across the timeline. He's going to try to get around Parker Stewart. Nothing doing. Battle's going to try to get around Race. Nothing doing. There's a tipped pass by Xavier Johnson out of bounds. 18 on the shot clock to go, and Minnesota will retain possession. Inbound pass to Willis. Willis has got Xavier in tow. The feeds Battle on the wing. Battle's trying to go one-on-one with Race, and he throws it off of Miller Kopp's fingers out of bounds. Kopp almost had the steal. And for those of you Bengal fans, Logan Wilson played the last 4 games of the year with a torn labrum and played that well as a linebacker. Excellent. He had surgery today. There's Battle. It's got the ball out high. He's going to pull back for 3, step back three-pointer, buried it. Jamison Battle with the step back 3, cuts the lead to 9. 17:07 to go. X comes across the timeline. Indiana's up 9. There's a pick. He's going to drive around. He's going to feed Trace for the alley-oop. No good. They're going to get Peyton Willis on the foul on the alley-oop. Trace is going to get free throws out of this. Let's see what the call is here. They're going to say, I don't think that's a foul. I think that's a play on, but Trace is going to go to the free throw line. Let's see if he can get 1 out of 2. First one's good. (46-36). Second free throw is up, and it rims out. But an offensive rebound by Parker Stewart feeds back out to Xavier. They're going to reset the shot clock with 20. Parker takes the long 3, buried it. Big time 3 right there by Parker Stewart, brings it up to 13-point lead. Race Thompson's on Battle on the inbound, trying to deny the basketball. Peyton Willis is going to bring it up the timeline. 16:35 to go. 49-36 IU in control right now. They're going to feed the block to Curry. Curry's on Jackson. He's going to try to push him in. He's going to rotate, dribble. There's the steal. Parker comes over and steals it from him. Trying to dribble too much. Here comes X on the timeline. Great hands by Parker Stewart. Trace has got it on the block. There comes the double team. He backs it off. Trace is going to drive in. There comes the triple team. Back to X. 15 on the shot clock. There's the pick. X is going to pull up from 18. No good. Lowy controls the glass. Here comes Minnesota down 13. 15:57 to go. Lowy's going to go around the pick. He's going to get hedged. There's a long 3. No good. Race Thompson with the glass. Minnesota's offense is in a funk. Xavier's going to push. Pulls back. Xavier's going to drive into the lane. Feed Race Thompson on the left wing. Race is trying to get it to Trace on the block. Jackson Davis has got the ball on the block. He puts up the 12-footer. No good. And Race Thompson's going to get called for the foul. Mary, he's staying in the bed. He's better, but he's still not anywhere near comfortable. He stays in our bed for the most part. Got the first time out here in the second half. Good start. 9-3 run to start the second half. Jamison Battle doesn't miss that shot very much when he knows how to play. With all the injuries, a lot of people got a lot of good experience now. If we can get into a rhythm, we can make some noise. I agree with that, Randall. The main thing I've noticed, when this offense flows, it goes through the block. If the three-point game is inside out, we shoot a lot better than we do when we're rotating around the outside. It's just facts. So dribble penetration, feeding the block, these are just fundamentals. These are things that we're taught to do. Sam says we need 7 more likes to make 30 today. There's 28 of you in the house. We should be able to get a few. Definitely would appreciate 30. It definitely helps with the algorithm for YouTube, which is all I really care about. I want to see it get shared out. I want to see if we can make new friends. But, yeah, I mean, it's The good thing, Randall, is that fundamentally they're playing decent basketball. The sloppiness has kind of went away. The cockiness has kind of went away. We're playing to win. We're playing heads up basketball. The lack of turnovers is really huge. Minnesota has picked up a couple turnovers to start the second half. They've got 3 already in the first couple minutes here. But, we play this game in the second half in 5-minute, increments. We need 5 more good minutes here to really get this lead up, and we need to run our substitutes in. Now would be a great time to start putting them in, getting some guys a little bit of rest for the stretch run of this game. Bench has been high energy today. Love it. Yeah, he's getting there. Just got to stay into it. Oh, Sam, I'm sure Mary slammed a like, even though she doesn't like me that much. Mary says she doesn't like me, but secretly she loves me. Oh, all right. Well, these commercials get a little bit long. I watched the girls' game earlier, the Iowa-Michigan game, and the timeouts go a lot faster. There's not as much break in between the action. I really enjoyed that part of it for watching it on TV for a nationally televised game. '76ers get the win over the Knicks today. Joel Embiid, 37-9. Knicks have lost 9 out of 10. Yesterday, number 1 lost, number 2 lost, number 3 lost, number 4 lost, number 5 lost, and number 6 lost. Kentucky, Kansas, Purdue, Auburn, Arizona, and Gonzaga all lost yesterday. Tell me that March isn't arriving. It's going to get nuts. Lowy gets it off to Peyton Willis. Willis is going to drive around Xavier. There's battle for the deep 3, and it rims out no good. Controlled by Curry. Lowy tries to drive in, no good. Resets the shot clock, 20 seconds out there. He's going to hit over on the corner. Dribble penetration. Throws it across court. Peyton Willis wide open. No good. He rimmed that right off. Nobody was within 10 foot of him. Wow. Yeah, Arkansas got the win against Kentucky. X has got the ball coming across the timeline. He's going to set the offense, feeds Kopp. Kopp catches the pass. He's going to rotate, pass it to Parker. Parker for 3. Hard off the back iron. Geronimo tipped the rebound, and it's going to stay with Indiana. There's that effort play by Jordan Geronimo that we keep talking about. When he comes in off the bench, high energy. He gets up and gets some lift and helps keep the ball on this end. Kopp's going to take the ball out of bounds, feeds it to Trace. Trace has got it. Rotates it around. Race Thompson's getting a breather right now. Geronimo's in the game. Xavier's going to drive into the lane. He's going to throw it over to Kopp. Kopp drives, 13-footer. It rims out, no good. Trace gets the rebound and put back. 51-36, 14-18 to go. Here comes Peyton Willis up the right sideline. Indiana's right now in control as long as they just keep playing their D. Peyton Willis gets all the way to the basket. No basket. There's going to be a foul on the floor. I think they're going to hit Xavier with the foul, and that will be his second. Lowy's going to take a seat on the bench. Maybe that foul went on Kopp. Maybe. I couldn't tell. They get the ball into Curry. Curry's going to try to get around Trace. Feeds it back out to Willis. Back down to Curry. Loses it off his fingertips. Trace Jackson gets a steal. Here comes Xavier. He's going to push the ball up the court. Feeds Geronimo in the lane for the dunk. Geronimo slams it home. Indiana goes up 17. 13:48. Minnesota takes a timeout on the floor. Geronimo ran the floor, and he got the slam dunkaroo. Great. And mind you, that was a very good pass in the lane by Xavier Johnson for the assist on that play. 17-point lead. We continue to grow it on the road. Got to finish this game strong, folks. Cannot let off the gas. And so far in this second half, it's not about our offense. It's about our defense. He's long and he's athletic. Oh, my God, I can't think of his name. Plays for Toronto. OG Anunoby or Anunoby. What I can't get his name out. They were the same type of body type, same type of energy. Sam, as long as they lead by 1, I don't really care. 1 at the end of the game. As long as they win by 1, I'm good. OG Anunoby, that's it. Couldn't get his name out, Jim. But Geronimo reminds me of him, a little raw, very athletic. Nice looking shot. He's a developmental type of guy. He's got the athleticism for the NBA. He's just, he's still very raw in his talent. Yeah, that guy wasn't ever expected to be a basketball player, and Anunoby was amazing for Indiana. Hey, Randall, as long as we win, I don't care. Well, now that you're saying that, Mary, that means that you're just stick with your guns. We got a nice lead right now. We've done a very good job to start the half. We outscored them by 10. Our defense is playing well. Carry this over for a little while longer and get us to the end. Force them into taking their timeouts. I'll tell you something else that really benefits us in this game is that we only like to play 8 or 9 guys. They only play 7. Daniels and Sutherland come in off the bench, and that's about it. Yeah, you know what, Matt? I don't care if I don't see much of him this game, just to see him get on the floor and be semi-productive is nice. They do not. Curry's a good basketball player, but he's not good enough right now to defend against us. Hey, what's up, Chad? Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Very clean game thus far. Xavier Johnson he's not acting chippy. He's been playing good basketball. He's to the point, making good passes. Dogs running through the house like a madman. And I love it. I use pressing a little bit right now definitely on the inbound. Xavier's guarding Peyton Willis across the timeline. Willis feeds it across the way, back over to Curry. Curry to Sutherland out high. Looks like Battle's getting a break right now, and there's going to be a foul on Geronimo inside. We go Wednesday and then Saturday, and then the Big Ten tourney. Win today, win Wednesday, go into Purdue on Saturday, kick their butts, go into the Big Ten tournament hot. Gets the ball inbound, feeds it back to Willis in the corner. Xavier's on Willis. He's going to dribble, drive around, hit Sutherland. Sutherland back to Battle. Battle's back in the game. All the way to the basket. Geronimo with the block, but they're going to get caught with the body. There's help side defense. Don't let anybody – I don't care. That's a good move. Yeah, I want to see a little momentum going into that Rutgers game. That Rutgers game is going to be huge. Homecoming, and then taking that to Purdue on the weekend. That's my goal. Sutherland, hits the first free throw. Cuts that nice 10-0 run that we had going there. 53-38. 13-22 to go in the game. Xavier's going to bring the ball across the timeline. There's a little bit of press. He's going to go all the way to the corner. Kopp for 3. Buried it. Miller, Kopp. Xavier Johnson turn on the burners. Kopp buries the 3 from the corner. That's what he's supposed to do. 56-38. 13:07 to go. They tried a little bit of pressure, and Xavier ran right by him. gets the ball out high. Peyton Willis is looking for the three. Nothing happening. Feeds to Jamison Battle. Battle's going to drive. He's going to step back for a 19-footer. No good. Xavier controls the rebound. Here comes Indiana. Playing against Rutgers, it's going to be about glass, defensive intensity, and controlling it, really just not turning the ball over. Xavier goes all the way to the basket, feeds Geronimo, nothing doing. Geronimo hands off to Kopp. Kopp drives in the lane, 8-footer, good. Miller Kopp getting on a little bit of a streak here, extends the lead to 20. IU's up 58-38 with 12:22 to go. Miller Kopp just eclipsed the 1,000-point mark in college basketball. Willis drives all the way to the basket, no good. Here comes Parker Stewart back the other way. Parker's got the ball on the wing. He hits Xavier up high and lets the offense reset. We're going to hit the under 12 mark here with a 20-point lead, 20 seconds on the shot clock. There's the pick. Xavier goes all the way to the basket. Sutherland fouls and one. 60-38. And then we're into the under 12 timeout. You know what? Yeah, the Purdue game. It's all like we've been talking about. It's all about building momentum and building confidence. 18 to 22-year-olds need to be confident going in to play at Mackey Arena. You've got to be on. Everybody's got to be clicking on all cylinders, but you've got to have a nice run going into there to play well. And that started against Maryland the other night, and today we're building off of that. Xavier Johnson is really starting to be the guard that they thought he was going to be coming in. And I don't think he had any more issue other than mentality. He's been chippy all year. He's kind of been a little bit dirty at times with the way that he plays. I mean, I hate to say that, but it looks dirty to me. So now he's put all that aside and he's playing with poise and determination and trying to put this team on his back. And so far, he's done a great job at it, taking a little bit of pressure off of Trace. I got to think Trace and Race were getting beat to crap in there. Having to fight, for rebounds every single time. It takes a lot out of you. And you know what? Them Big Ten standings right now are pretty tight. So this is going to be more than they're going to be playing to win. Top 2 seeds in the Big Ten tournament get the double bye, which is huge. But, that's the thing. We got to be as close to full strength as possible going into that game. And, that's just a game that you have to be on. Everything has to be clicking to win. I want to see Fennessy get a few more minutes in this second half here, just so that I know that he didn't hurt himself. I don't like Purdue when they play Indiana, but I respect Matt Painter's job. I respect the talent that's on that team, and I think they could be a Final Four team. I really do. And do I want them to be? I don't really care as long as they don't put us out. You know what I'm saying? But I want to beat Purdue. Every time we play them, that's the games I want to win. When Fennessy beat Purdue with that shot this year, that made my season. Right then and there, I was saying, you know what? At this point, I'm content. I'm content with Woodson's first year because we finally beat Purdue again. So, yeah. But, I don't care if they win as long as they're not playing us. But, I'd love to see us play them in the NCAA tournament. I just like the way they play basketball. I think that's the thing. If you were a fan, you would love the confidence that they exude when they play, right? But as an opponent, it seems arrogant always. I think they've got the depth and everything. Purdue, Randall. I really feel that about them. You look at it from your eyes and you're a fan of Indiana and you look at it as cocky when they do well. But, when we do well and we're high-fiving and stuff like that, you're all about it. So, anyway, I just want to win that game. That's the biggest rivalry that I feel we have. I love beating Michigan State, Sam. There's the one thing that Archie Miller did well was play Tom Izzo. Look at them numbers. Peyton Willis feeds Battle. Battle's got Geronimo on him. That's a good matchup for us. Durr is in right now. We've got on to Curry. Curry's going to back him in. He's going to call the foul on Durr. They're getting a little ticky-tack on these calls, but 11:36 to go right now with a 22-point lead. Michigan State. Tom Izzo just tied Bob Knight for the all-time win mark in the Big Ten. Kudos. Everybody's on the ground. Curry drives the lane against Durr. Feeds it out to Battle. Battle's going to drive the lane. Back up, jump shot. Blocked by Geronimo. Here comes Xavier Johnson. Slows it down. We're going to try to get this under the 11-minute mark here. He's going to sit out high and wait for the offense. There's the pick. Xavier's going to try to dribble around it. He's going to pull up for 20-footer. Short off the front rim. They're going to let him have that jump shot, and that was too early in the shot clock. Archie Miller, his last 4 games. I think we swept Michigan State his last 2 seasons. Check that out. There is the three-pointer. No good. Tipped out. Controlled by Geronimo. The foul is going to go against Minnesota. Yeah, I think the last 4 games, I know the last 2 that Archie Miller coached against Michigan State, I know we got wins at their place and at home. I'm pretty sure. Geronimo feeds Kopp on the wing. Fennessy's back on the floor. Nice to see him. He's out high. He's going to shoot the 3. Rob Fennessy buries the 3. 63-38 with 10:32 to go. Fennessy's got 5 points on the board right now. He's going to guard Peyton Willis. They're going to get the switch. Lowy's going to go around. Lowy's going to put the jump shot up and get it. Lowy finally hits the scoreboard. I don't know, dude. I can't figure that out. He couldn't win any other games in conference, but he could go to East Lansing and get a win. Fennessy's going to drive the lane. It's going to be a kick on the pass, on the inside pass to Durr. And there you go. Yeah, it's the one team he played well against. Everybody else. Hey, I'm with you, Josh. Make a statement. Hey, smash that like button, folks. I would appreciate hitting at least 30 today. Hopefully we're there. Oh, Geronimo's going to put up the floater. Jordan Geronimo sinks it. Extends the lead to 25. 9:58 to go. Starters are getting some rest. Here comes Willis. Willis is going to feed Lowy. Lowy's going to drive it around. Feed in the corner to Lowy. Back out to Battle out high. There's Peyton Willis driving the lane. Battle for 3. No good. Geronimo controls the glass. We're dominating with subs. Just remember that. Durr, Fennessy, Geronimo. Oh, bad pass. Durr broke the wrong way. Parker Stewart may be the only starter on the court right now. 65-40, 9:28 to go in the game. Race Thompson's going to come back on the floor. You know what? I haven't. Okay. It's my. Oh, yeah, it's up to date. Here we go, crossing the timeline again. Oh, just stick to your defensive guns here. Keep playing. Lowy's going to feed it across court. He's going to drive into the baseline. He's going to hit Peyton Willis. Willis is going to drive to the basket. He's going to get the and one. Foul on Geronimo probably there. Let him play for a little while. Let him learn how to play with fouls. Right on, Sam. That 70-point marker is huge for us. Fennessy's going to draw that foul there, I believe. Peyton Willis did get around him. Fennessy's not quick on the defensive mark there yet. 25 likes, 36 in the house. We should be able to smash it. It's good. 65-43. Still got a 22-point advantage with 9:13 to go. Fennessy's going to bring the ball across the timeline. And I'll tell you, Williams Arena is a nice-looking court. I love the way the floor looks. Fennessy's going to drive around. They're going to run the weave. Nothing doing. Hands it off to Geronimo. Geronimo's going to hit Bates. Bates is going to drive into the lane, feed Parker Stewart for 3. No good. Geronimo with the offensive glass and the putback. Fighting for the rebound. He gets the 2 points. Geronimo gets it back up to 24. 67-43. 8:43 to go in the game. Peyton Willis is legal pick, maybe? Rutgers looks right there. They got the bracketology right now. Rutgers in as a 10 seed. They're a higher seed than Michigan right at the moment. Here comes Finney across the timeline. Geronimo's playing out high with him. Race Thompson comes to get the ball, hands it off to Bates. Bates is going to dribble, penetrate, go all the way to the glass, feed Finney in the corner. No shot. Finney pulls it back out, picks up his dribble, takes the three. Finney buries the three. Play broke down. Defender gave him a spot. He hit it. 70-43, 8:15 to go. Rotates the ball around to Battle to Willis. Willis is going to try to drive. Finney knocks it away. Picks it back up, rotates it around, driving to the lane. Geronimo got beat. He fell down. They scored the basket. No help defense. Stop arguing. Keep playing. It's just 2 points. Sean Sutherland gets his 9th point of the game for Minnesota. 3 for 5 from the floor. Finney takes another three. Quick shot. No good. 7:43 to go. 70-45. There comes Peyton Willis. He's going to take the three. Buried it. Peyton Willis cuts it back to a 22-point advantage. 7:29 to go. Parker comes across the timeline, getting ready to hit the end. Woodson is going to take a timeout. He doesn't like the little slack there on the defense and letting them score them shots. They're going to get there, Sam. It's appreciated. And we are at a timeout. Woodson takes a timeout. We're up 30-15 in this half. Played very good defense so far in this half. Minnesota's gone completely cold from the field. They've turned the ball over. Let's see how many times in the second half. They've only got 5 turnovers in the second half. They're down to 40% from the floor. 7 for 23 from behind the arc. Yeah, he felt like he was I know what he was thinking. He thought that he was getting hot. He must have felt like the rhythm was there and he was just going to hit it if he threw it up because he was getting warm. But Finney back in there with 8 points today. That's solid. Yeah, I don't care. Just get out of here with a win. And there's the good thing is that, Trace Jackson Davis is getting a breather in this game. These guys play hard basketball. And we're whipping them, Dave. It's an uncommon occurrence for us on the road this year, but this team's finally starting to find a little bit of rhythm. I think it took getting their butts beat for a while, honestly. Yeah, you know what? That's it, Jim. Just play defense and protect what you've earned. Right now you've got a 30-15 scoring advantage in this half. Protect what you've done already. I never say that, Sam. Never, ever, ever do I say we've won the game until I know it's over. And I should say it, but I'm not gonna. Dave, when was the last time Missouri had a relevant basketball season? I can't remember one. I hope so, Josh. I think it all starts with Xavier Johnson. He played out of control in those losses, especially with no Finney to lean on. Yeah. A 2 seed in like 2012. Yeah, I can't remember the last time Missouri was relevant. I mean, honestly. And that's sad because that used to be a pretty basketball-rich school. They're showing that shot. Come on, Rob. What's wrong with you? He's giving it to Rob right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. I messed up. Bates feeds Finney. Finney over cross court, and Miller Kopp loses it out of bounds. Lowy affected that play, got it in Kopp's vision. Here comes Peyton Willis across the time. They got a chance to get it under 20 here. 70-48, 7-11 to go. Sutherland drives in the baseline. Willis is going to shoot the three. No good. Lowy tries to control the glass, and it's going to be knocked out on Kopp. Lowy went in there for that rebound, got his hand on it, deflected it. It's nice to see. Race Thompson almost steals the inbound pass away from Peyton Willis. Willis is going to dribble drive, nothing doing. He hands it off to Lowy. Lowy's going to go around, tries to get around Race, nothing doing. Pushes, shoves, works it. I think he should have called him for a travel. Looked like his pivot foot. Battle's going to try to get around Kopp, nothing doing. Sutherland drives the lane, and that's a block, and they're going to call a foul on Trace Jackson Davis, but they're not letting anything get in here and get easy on the inside at this point. They're going to make them earn them. They got fouls to give. They might as well burn them up. There's the free throw is good. Sutherland cracks double digits. Finney goes to the bench. Coach is a little upset with him right now. X is back on the floor. He's going to read him the right rack, then tell him to go sit down for a bit. Xavier feeds Kopp on the wing. Kopp feeds Race inside. Race has got the ball down in tight. He's going to feed it back out. Xavier rotates it around to Bates. Bates drives the lane, feeds it to Race on the block. That's going to be a charge. No call. Wow. They're calling a flop warning. They're going to hit Minnesota with the flop warning. Free throws tonight. 4 for 7. 27 likes. We need 3 more to make Sam happy today, folks. I would love it too. Get it around. Willis has got the ball in the corner. He's going to shoot the 3. Buried it over Xavier Johnson. They cut the lead down to 19 points with 6 minutes to go. 72-53. Xavier Johnson's going to bring the ball across the timeline. He's going to run some offense. Kopp tries to feed the post. Nothing there. Rotates it around to Bates. Bates tries to feed Jackson. Trace has got the ball on the block against Curry. There's the double team. Back to Bates. Bates for 3. That's ugly. Hard off the back rim. Xavier goes for the rebound. Doesn't get it. Coming back the other direction. Here comes Minnesota for 3. Buried it. 72-56. Minnesota with a quick 6 points there. Like I said, 5:29 to go. Minnesota has cut the lead back to 16. Bates has got the ball and feeds Race Thompson at the top of the key. Got to get it to the block. Tamar drives inside, nothing doing. Hits Xavier. Trace has got the pick. Xavier goes around. He's going to drive in, nothing doing. It goes off of Trace's hands. It's a turnover. Here comes Sutherland feeding Lowy. Lowy goes all the way to the glass. He's going to get the foul. Minnesota making a run. Yeah, there's not been a lot of fouls, Chad. There's not been a lot of extracurricular. Minnesota's only been to the line 10 times. They're 9 for 10 from the stripe. Lowy's going to take 2 free throws here on the foul by Bates. Luke Lowy hit a career 1,000 points as well. William and Mary in Minnesota. First free throw is good. Parker Stewart's back on the floor. Tamar Bates is going to go back to the bench. Woodson's putting the starters back in. Lowy's going to take the second one, and it's no good. Rims out. Xavier Johnson's got the ball. We're under 5 minutes. Woodson's reaming Tamar Bates. He's in them tonight. He don't want to lose this lead. He wants to keep this momentum. Parker Stewart's got it out high. Feeds Xavier on the wing. There's the pick. Xavier's going to go around. Feeds back to Kopp. Kopp feeds Jackson on the block. Jackson's going to turn. He's going to go up to inside. The ball gets stripped out and taken away. Here comes Peyton Willis on the feeds over to Lowy. Lowy's going to dribble drive, takes the shot, and good. 72-59, 13-point advantage with 4:26 to go. Coming across the timeline, Minnesota is starting to get in the game. Fans are warming up a little bit. 13-point deficit. Xavier Johnson is looking. Indiana is not aggressive in their offense right now. They're just kind of throwing it around. Xavier's going to drive to the basket, put it up, no good. Minnesota's got the glass. Here comes Peyton Willis the other way. Sutherland on the other side is going to drive all the way to the basket and then scores the fast break basket. It is now a 11-point ball game. They have trimmed quite a bit off of this lead. 22 down to 11. They've halved it in the last 3 minutes. Parker's trying to feed Trace on the block. Curry's got him. The double doesn't come. Parker drives in. It's going to get inside the lane, feed Race Thompson, and there's a dunk. Parker Stewart makes a smart pass, breaks that scoring run, 74-61. Game is still not over, folks. 13-point lead. Peyton Willis is going to come across the timeline. He's going to try to get around Xavier, nothing doing. Feeds over for the three, and another three-pointer just goes down. They cut it to 10. 10-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Miller's got the ball on the wing. He feeds Trace on the block. Trace is going to go inside. They're going to get Trace with the offensive foul. Minnesota's got a chance to cut this lead to single digits, and there's a timeout on the floor. I'm telling you, this team, when they start getting hot, there's 4 guys in that starting lineup that can drain it, flat drain it. Foul situation. Dave is this. IU has 2 guys. Trace Jackson just got his 4th personal foul. Race Thompson has 3. Everybody else has 1. Jamison Battle's got 3 for Minnesota. Nobody else is in foul trouble. Everybody else has got 2 or less. Yeah, that's the bad thing about a big lead, Chad. You tend to feel like it's over with, and you get complacent out there. And this like college basketball. How many times have you heard the term, it's a game of runs? Well, they're on a big run right now. What Indiana needs to do right here is play defense, not turn the ball over, and use the shot clock. Get a good shot every time. Less than 10 on that clock. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just like law of averages that seems to be catching up in this game. But I think my number one key to this game was 3-point defense. And Minnesota is shooting 34% from behind the stripe today, 10 for 27. That's pretty good. There's where we're in trouble in this game. I don't know what it is in the second half, but total, we've been called for twice as many fouls. Hey, let's just talk about a couple performances so far. They're going to they got to gain their composure back here and just play defense for a few more minutes. That's really what it boils down to. It's about playing D. You've still got a nice big lead here. Just play defense and get to the end. Like I said, as long as they win, I'll take it. I don't like seeing them give up a big lead, but as long as they win the game, I'm good. It is a road game, and you knew they were sooner or later going to get hot and make a run. But they've trimmed. They've got, you know what? And we were talking earlier. I said we need 74 points to win the game. They've got theirs up to 64 now. It's 74-64. What are we for sure? What are we on threes? 10 of 21, 47%. Xavier Johnson's 4 for 6 behind the line. Miller Tops 2 for 4. Parker Stewart's 1 for 3. Numbers I can live with. Rob Fennessy's 2 for 4. Tamar Bates is 1 for 2. Trace got his 4th foul, so he's going to stay in there. Tim, we got 2:52. We got 3 minutes to go. Minnesota does have the basketball, and they are down 10. Here we go. There's the inbound. Peyton Willis against Xavier Johnson. Clock's at 2:48. Need to stop. Feeds Curry on the post. He's out high. Actually, not on the post. He's going to look around. He's going to hit. Oh, Willis has got the open 3. Sunk it. 7-point lead. Peyton Willis with the ball fake. Got Xavier Johnson in the air. 1 step, and he hit it. 2:26 to go. Feed your big boys. Play solid offense. Minnesota's got confidence. Get it inside. There you go. Get it to Race. Race has got against Sutherland. He's going to drive him in. Race is backing him in. Nothing doing. Feeds out. Parker's going to drive. Nothing doing. Minnesota's playing D. 5 on the shot clock. And Xavier puts it up. He gets a foul by Willis. He's going to get to shoot some free throws. Yeah, Dave, we just haven't been to the free throw line. We finally drew a foul. 2:04 to go. 74-67. And, they just got hot. I mean, now you got to make free throws. How important are free throws now, Dave? Here we go. First one is up. And he hit it. Extends the lead back to 8. 75. Hey, Dave, by the way, your Missouri women got a win today at number 15, Florida. Congrats to Mizzou women. Minnesota on a 24-5 run. And the second free throw is good. Xavier extends the lead back to 9. 2:03 to go. Here comes Minnesota across the timeline. They're probably not going to run a lot of offense. Willis is going to drive. Gets all the way to the basket. It's on the floor. Peyton Willis is going to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1, I think. Either that or I don't know if they're in the double bonus. First free throw is good. 76-68. 1:56 to go in the game. Time to play hold-on basketball. Breathe. That's right, Chad. Just breathe. Second free throw is no good. Lead is 8. 1:53 to go. Xavier's going to bring the ball across the timeline against Willis. Willis is playing him tied out high. The offense is not moving. They're burning the shot clock. They're going to be content to start this thing with about 10. Here comes the pick. There goes Xavier all the way to the basket, puts it up, and draws another foul. Xavier Johnson goes to the basket, and he's going to draw the foul. It's going to send him back to the free throw line. Just clear out, let him go to the basket. Wait, what's the call here? Timeout, Indiana. I think they're going to say that foul was on the floor. They are. They're not going to give him free throws on that. Okay, well, you got 20 more seconds to burn on the shot clock. Use your shot clock. Dribble drive to the basket. Take what you're given. You got to think, this is a road game at the end of the day, and we are at Minnesota, because they can shoot, Chris. They're inconsistent, but when they get hot, man, dang. I've watched them several times this year. It is frustrating, but you know what? It's a game of runs. Xavier Johnson is going to be at the free throw line. Oh wait, no, they're going to get it. So they're going to call that on the floor. It's a 25-6 run, the last 6:46 of the game. Get the ball in. Gets it into Trace. Trace gets it out to Miller or Parker. Xavier's got it out high. Lowy's on him. Here comes the double team. He dribbles it off his foot. There's the turnover. Willis for three. Oh, my God, no good. Thank goodness. Here comes Xavier across the timeline. They're going to start fouling. They got to. Feeds it to Parker. Parker feeds it cross court to Cobb. You throw that ball cross court one more time. I agree. And stop making cross court passes. Yeah, they still got fouls to give, I think. No, that must have been the last one. Indiana's finally in the bonus. Miller Kopp gets to shoot 2 free throws here. 109 to go. Hitting these would be huge. And he missed it. They still got breath. Peyton Willis has got the ball. He feeds it back for the three. No good off the back iron. Trace controls the rebound. Curry's going to get called for the foul. Trace is going to shoot free throws. 59.7 to go. If that three-pointer would have went down, it would have been bad. Never. 24-second, yes. Burn the shot clock. It's all about seconds at this point. They've got 60 seconds to score 9 points. You're going to get to shoot free throws. Get it burnt. They're going to foul. There's the first one. Trace finally sets up and makes a free throw. Extends that lead back to a 3-possession, 9-point lead. And second one is good as well, back to 10. All right, here comes Willis up here. No foul, no foul, no foul. Feeds it back out. Battle's got it, looking to drive. Battle gets the 2-point basket, no big deal. 78-70. 50.4 seconds to go. Xavier's got the ball on the inbound. He's going to feed it to Parker Stewart. Parker's going to dribble. What's he doing? There, he gets across the timeline to Kopp. Kopp's just going to hold it. They're going to foul. Once they break the press, they foul. 41 seconds to go. Dude, no doubt. It's bad for my health, too. And by the way, Chris Ayers, nice to see you, bro. I know. There was a bad run in the middle there, Chris. It was nice to see. Kopp hits the free throw, extends it back to 9. And nice to see Fennessy back on the floor. Glad he got to take a couple shots. This game is almost wrapped up here. We need to make one more free throw and make them burn a little clock. Thank you, Miller. Miller Kopp finally having somewhat of a decent game. I think he's got 9 points now. Peyton Willis shoots the 3. Sunk it. Peyton Willis hits another 3-pointer. And gets the ball into Xavier. There comes the double team. That's got to be a foul. Or 80-73. 31 seconds to go. Peyton Willis is he's just good. I think I just saw Illinois got the win in Michigan today. Xavier Johnson is good at the free throw line. 8-point lead with 31 seconds to go. Get this thing back to 9 here. Your basketball kryptonite? No, dude. Has nothing to do with you. Second free throw is no good. Here comes Peyton Willis again, looking to score. Shoots and buries another 3. Peyton Willis with a defender in his face. Cuts it to 5. 24 seconds to go. 22, Chris. They was up 22. You can't stop that shot that he just hit. You can't stop it. He didn't foul, had his hand in his face, and he buried it. I got to say it is exciting, but there was too many people. I don't like it when people say the game's over, man. It's never over. These guys are all Division I athletes for a reason. And when you get hot, you're hot. Peyton Willis right now is on fire. At this point, I'd almost make him shoot free throws as a point of letting him shoot three-pointers. Don't know. 5-point lead with 24 seconds to go. We cannot afford a turnover here. We've got to scratch. We are into double bonus. They get the ball across the timeline. Xavier goes all the way to the basket. He's going to get fouled. He's going to get 2 free throws. I don't think they was ever up 20. They might have been up 27. Who knows? We might be right, Chris. It never felt like it got that high, but two free throws coming here. We need them both. At least I feel we do. First one is good. 6-point lead, 23 seconds to go. And remember, this is still a road game. It was a pretty nice pass on that inbound right there, by the way, too. 6-point lead. They still need to make 2 threes to catch up here. Second free throw is going to be up and short. Nope. No good. Here comes Willis again. I'd just foul him now. Piss on it. Oh, no. Oh. Willis for the second in a row. No good. Tipped out, controlled by Kopp and Parker. They're going to call a jump ball. Wow. Well, I mean, you sit and heard it or watched it if you had the chance to watch. The last few minutes, we started missing a few shots, and they hit them. Quick 9 points on 3 3-pointers. You get a little, we're back to that word again. That word of the day is momentum. We're going to sneak out of here with a victory. 6 seconds to go. More than likely we're going to sneak out of here with a victory. But they played, Minnesota played, pretty good second half ball. And here at the end of the day, let's look at it as a whole. They're only up on us by 1 point in the second half. Yeah, Reggie Miller, bro. I used to love going to Pacer games and watching him play. Peyton Willis has a little bit of that Reggie Miller-esque, step back jump shot to him. Looks a little bit, body type's kind of similar. Peyton Willis may have a little bit more meat. I guarantee you they didn't intend on giving up all them shots there at the end. It just kind of happened. Oh, my God. Hey, you know what? But you know what? If college basketball wasn't this exuberant and exciting to watch, and it made you mad and you got angry and you lived and you died by what happened, it wouldn't be worth watching anyway. All right, so here's the reset. They've got the ball. They're down 6 underneath their own basket. Willis is going to inbound. He's going to feed Lowy, it looks like, or he's going to try to. No, he gets it out. There's the shot. Sunk it. 3-point ball game, 3.9 to go. There's going to be a foul on the inbound play. Xavier's going to go down here and make 1 out of 2 free throws to win this ball game. What are you going to do? This looks like a March basketball game. What are you going to do? You got to make your free throws. If you make your free throws here, I'm just saying they believe that they can win this game. They believe that they're going to come back and win. If they take this to overtime, we're beat, just like Ohio State. We have nothing going for us right now except for being fouled. Xavier hits the first free throw. It's going to force him. Woodson's like, get back. 4-point lead. What do you want to bet they go down here and hit a 3-pointer and it's either a 1 or a 2-point game? I'm just saying, it seems very feasible at this point. Second free throw is good as well. Please smash the like today, folks. Last 4 seconds of the game. Willis feeds it down court. Lowy shoots the shot, and Trace Jackson stuffs him. How appropriate. Yeah, you look at it. They outscored us by 3 points in the second half. They put up 46 second-half points to our 43. Indiana escapes with an 84-79 victory. Hey, you know what? Let's put it and call it something else. I'm going to take it. We were a 3.5-point favorite today. We covered the spread. If anybody was a betting guy, we played good ball for, a very solid ball for 30 minutes again. They got hot, but they didn't give it away. They didn't give it away. So you get to go home now Wednesday night and play Rutgers. Yeah, Wednesday night and play Rutgers. And we got a chance to solidify a tournament bid with a win. I really feel like that will get us into the tournament if we can win our season finale at home on Thursday. It is scary, Chris. But you saw how they did it. Everything was just started to fall. Everything was going in. They ended up at over 40%. Thank you, Chris, or Chad. I appreciate it. They ended up 40% from the three-point line. Peyton Willis was 7 for 14. He was probably 1 for – I need counseling. Yeah, Wednesday at 7 o'clock, man. It's gonna be big time. You know what? But we got out of here with a win on the road. Minnesota is a good team. They're not a great team, but they play pretty decent at home. I'm happy with the win. Not happy that we gave up that many points at the end, but when they start making, you just keep your hands up and playing defense. We didn't give it to them. We only turned the ball over 10 times in the game. We controlled the glass. We did a lot of things really well. It's still a big win. There's a lot of negatives. Yeah, Chad, you're absolutely right. If we'd have went to overtime like the Ohio State game, they had to have it and they got it. Yeah, that Ohio State game, we should have won that one too, bro. That one we had it won. It just didn't work out. You know what? It's hard to say if this Minnesota team's going to be good because it's full of transfers. We got to see how Ben Johnson recruits. Nothing else in the stat sheet that's telling, but look at this. Here you go. Just look at the end of the day. I'm going to tell you at the end of the day, Indiana shot 55% from the floor, 47% from the free throw line, and 70% from the free throw line. We out-rebounded. We only had 10 turnovers in a game. We played a good game as a whole. They got hot for a stretch of 8 minutes there and kicked our butts. But our statistics were where they need to be to win basketball games. And that's a road performance. So everybody that stepped up today, like Jordan Geronimo with the 10 points, Michael Durr played a little bit of defense today. Tamar Bates scores 5. Rob Fennessy comes in off the bench and gives you 8. You got bench production today. where you needed it. And then, your starters, Xavier Johnson puts up 24 points. He took the ball, he took control of the game at the end and went to the free throw line. You know what? Let's take the positives away from this, and we can't dismiss that they went on a big run and we didn't have anything to stop it. But our bench played well. Miller Kopp finally played a decent basketball game. Let's take that and bank on it a little bit. Parker Stewart didn't play horrible. Trace Jackson Davis, 14-8. Race Thompson, 8-6. Race Thompson didn't play his best game, playing without Trey. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate that. Anybody that's still here that hasn't, I love it if you hit the like button. 30 likes helps with that algorithm. 29 in the books, Sam says. There's a lot of good positives to take away. Peyton Willis got hot. Jamison Battle played a great game. Stevens played 50% from the three-point line. Finney came back. He got in trouble. Coach beat his butt for a bad shot there and then a bad pass. But you know what? He came back and he looked solid on that foot. Thank goodness that the foot was okay. I just, because if he hurts it again, he's done. I mean, that's the way it looks because that plantar fasciitis, that's what Shaq went through, I think is what we were talking about. And he went stretches 8-10 games where he wouldn't play. Chad, you have a great night, sir. I'm getting ready to close this thing down here shortly. Yeah, look at it. If we'd have won one of those 3 games, Jim, the Northwestern game, having 5 on suspension, I mean, there's a lot of games that we had that we could very easily be a top 15 team right now with just a little bit of luck that we didn't have. But we got to learn how to finish games. Learning how to close these games out strong. Thank you, Chad. Whoever hit that button, I appreciate it. But, finishing strong and winning strong because teams are going to come back. That's the way kids are coached. They play tough. 84-79 tonight, you guys. I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to get off here in just a second. Drop a little bit of some terrible red shark and get gone and get ready for work tonight. I got to work 3rd shift. Much love to you all. I will see you guys on the next one. I think that's Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'll post it as soon as I get it ready. Peace out.